Once upon a time there was a race made by a god to be so dumb, they were so dumb, that they devolved in their poor little slums. One day someone smart came about, and his ideas made him doubt, so he doubted. He doubted so much he wanted to fix his race, so he gathered them all up, and showed their disgrace. His name was Trace, later to be king, and so he and Didas discussed with the crowd about being smart, about everything. His and her people were tired of being dumb and agreed to not live in slums. So they learned and they learned a lot, until they found under rock steam so hot. And so they made things that chugged and that chewed, and they began using oil, crude and uncrude. They were working so hard and so fast, but their faith in technology did not last. The Civil Age was at its peak, when one single thing made it all comparably so meek. They found an object in the mountain so strong, so they studied it, but their theories were all wrong. So they devised a new science, one that called for theological defiance. They called it Magic, a power beyond comprehension. A power so strong it caused philosophical tension. The gods above were jealous at heart, so they called the race to break it all apart. But they kept digging and mining so deep in their ground, so deep they could not bother to listen to their god's sound. And so the gods got mad, so mad in fact, that they flooded everything that the race already had. But the race was so clever and so smart, that they already knew, and hid in the underground parts. And so the gods waged war, but not all the gods were bad. Some wanted more. Impressed by the race, Natis sent her armies to aid them in defense, and so they sealed the forbidden gods away, with a Magic sign, the forbidden sign, which could defeat any god, as long as the user had good common sense. They made more signs to protect their culture and thought, but there was no need, because what they wanted they still sought. And with their knowledge, they wanted more, and so they looked, and they found it galore. And so they dug deeper and deeper, city after city, until eventually their story became rather forgotten and gritty. No one is sure where the Hubertians went, ruin after place, space after space. Their hound dog-like statues hint of their appearance, creating an unusual contrast in humanoid form, a strange interference. And so those drooped humanoid hounds are gone, left for us to discover just how far they've moved on. So it's best and a good thing to say, that progress is dangerous, so make sure to stay away.